Welcome to my program, Bashy's Corner. We invite guests from all sections of society. We talk with them about politics, culture, sports, integration, any other issue which mainstream media doesn't want or doesn't dare to tackle. But we do. And today, we have a very special guest from my native country, Pakistan. She is a politician, a human rights activist. She's invited by to take part in an international conference on human rights, and of course, we'll talk with her about Pakistani situation, about terrorism, about her politics. But I'm sure that her views will change lots of minds in Danish public. So, welcome to my program, Madame Nasir. You are here for a few days. What is the purpose of your visit?
Thank you very much, Mr. Bashy, first of all, and to all the viewers. Greetings from Pakistan. Thank you very much. As you said, that you tackle those issues which the mainstream media doesn't or hesitates to.
Yeah.
I am really grateful to you, and thank you very much for inviting me to your TV channel. The purpose of my visit to Denmark, to Copenhagen, is to attend a mega conference. It's the 4th International Women Conference. The title is Women Deliver.
Women deliver.
Women deliver.
What do they deliver?
Yes, wherever, whatever they are doing, in whichever role they are, women, they are delivering in their parts of the world.
So they're
which
participating.
Really needs to be acknowledged and needs to be revealed to the world that what women are doing. So I think that in this 3-day conference, we'll share our best practices, we'll learn from each other, and we'll come to know that what women are doing all around the world to make a difference in their parts of the world.
So are you invited as a representative of Pakistan, a Pakistani government, or in your individual capacity as a human rights activist?
No, actually I'm invited. I'm also a part of we have formulated a Asian Women Parliamentary Caucus.
All
And I'm
right.
a member of that caucus.
Okay.
And the delegation from that Asian Women Parliamentary Caucus is participating in this conference over here in Copenhagen.
So you are a public politician. You are elected or selected, but you are taking part in Pakistani politics.
Yes, I call myself a full-time professional politician.
Okay. So are you part of any political party?
Yes, my political affiliation is with a religious political party which is called Jamiatul Islam, Maulana Fazlur Rahman's group, because Maulana Fazlur Rahman is my political leader and he is the head of my party.
And this is a party which is based on Islam, or what does it stand for?
Yes, Jamiatul Islam, as it donates, the name donates, it is a party which it has the mandate of Islamic Sharia, or it's a visionary party. The vision of my party is to bring in or enforce the laws of Allah on the land of Allah.
So Pakistan is the land of Allah.
Yes, we do believe that Pakistan, God has gifted this land to the people of Pakistan.
But Pakistan was not created for Islam, but it was created for the Muslim. Isn't it true?
Yes, it was created for Muslims, because I think that I not only I think, but history proves that in subcontinent the Muslims, they were suffering. They were living as a minority in subcontinent.
Yes.
So at that time, the majority was not taking the minority along. They were not accepting the minority. So that's why the minority, at that time, minority Muslims, and along with them, a large number of Christians demanded a separate homeland for themselves.
Okay. You have a Christian background. You're a practicing Christian. At the same time, you're a part of a party which advocates Sharia. How does it fit?
Yes, it fits very much, because I think that I feel very comfortable since last 14 or 15 years I am associated with this political party, and this is my 3rd term that I am elected from their platform. They have given me ticket to run for the minority seat in the parliament to voice my people. I'm not at all afraid of their enforcement of Sharia, because whereas I know the religion Islam, it gives rights to the minorities. It says that any people or belonging to different faiths living in Islamic countries, Islam give them full rights. And I think that if Sharia is enforced, maybe we'll get proper rights.
But Mrs. Nasir, you also know that the word Sharia, it sends chills to many European and American, because it is like cutting hands and whipping, you know. Do you think that this kind of medieval, practices should be used in a modern society like Pakistan?
Pakistan is a modern society, but still the state religion is Islam.
Okay.
95% population is Islam there. I think that we should not be afraid that if the word here I focuses more on the word if the 95% population makes consensus that they want to have Sharia, and if it is enforced, I think until and unless it does not hurts me, I have no objections.
So you mean that in democracy anything goes?
Yes.
Okay.
But in Pakistan is a democratic country, and especially regarding my political party, it's a religious political party which supports parliamentary system of government, which supports democracy. So that's why my party has always been a part of the democratic governments in Pakistan and has struggled a lot for the revival of democracy in Pakistan.
But with all due respect, your party also supports Taliban, and they also never, for example, officially condemn violence in the society done by the religious parties.
I think it's a misconception. We need to differentiate between religious political parties and extremist religious parties.
Okay.
Jamaat Islam, I'm not responsible for other religious parties. I'll only talk on behalf of my political party. My party has never openly my party has never supported Taliban. They have always condemned extremism. They have always condemned terrorism in Pakistan, and they have always condemned whenever there have been terrorist attacks in Pakistan. My party head Maulana Fazl Rahman has always given statement, and my party has always condemned these attacks. They have never supported. I think this is a misconception which needs to be clarified.
So why do they call it Islamic terrorism then?
Who called?
Many journalists, many people in the West, they
I think that they have some misconceptions which really needs to be removed. This is what I'm saying, that there are so many misconceptions. Many times when I visit different parts of the world, people ask me that a Christian woman getting elected by Islamic religious party, it's a unique combination, and how did it happen? But I always say that the support, the respect which this religious party has given to me, and the success which I have achieved, if I would have been a part of any secular or any liberal or any other democratic party, I think I would have not been that successful as I have been in this party, and I would have been not that vocal in any other party as I have been in this party.
It is also claimed, or it is also the perception is that women in Muslim societies, they are not allowed to take part in politics. Is it true?
No, it's not true. It's a wrong concept. I must again say that there are so many misconceptions prevailing in the society which needs to be removed. And I think very open-heartedly we should listen to each other. The place today where we are sitting, I think this country claims to be the champion in freedom of speech,
yes.
freedom of expression. I think that when we claim that, we need to hear to each other, we need to listen to each other. So not only freedom of expression, but there should be importance of listening also to the purview of others, that what others say. It means I am an example sitting before you. I am a Christian. I am a practicing Christian. I am a strong believer, and I work with Jamaat Islam, and I have my other colleagues also. There are other women who wear hijab, and they are, I must say, that very active politicians. They have performed better than men. So wearing hijab or niqab is not at all hindrance in the way of progressing women. And Islam never stops women to progress. I have never seen, I have never heard. My colleagues, they are equally working with me. They go to public hearings. They are best legislators. And a month ago, there's an organization which is called Fair and Free Election Network. They have compiled a report, and according to on the performance of parliamentarians, and according to that report, the top 10 legislators are women from my party.
It's a wonderful thing what you are telling me. And when you decided to take part in politics, was there backing from your family?
Yes, my family strongly supported me. My father was a renowned politician. My husband, he supported me, and still my husband supports me. While I'm sitting over here, my husband is looking after my constituency. He's doing
and your
searches.
Children too?
My children supported me too. As a woman, when I joined politics, my youngest daughter was 7 years old only. Today she is 21. And my children really suffered a lot. But I explained them that besides you three, I have several other children who needs me, who needs my support. So I need to...
The Pakistani children.
The Pakistani children needs me. So my children, they really understands them, and they have really supported me. And my youngest daughter, she is a big support and encouragement to me, because whenever I'm tired and I say I don't want to go, she says, no, you have to go.
Okay.
You have to go. It's your responsibility.
I understand that you are selected on a reserved seats in the National Assembly. Why reserved seats for Christians and Ahmadis and Hindus and other minorities?
Actually, in Pakistan's election system, it's a joint electorate, any citizen of Pakistan, regardless of his or her religion, caste or creed, they can go and contest in any constituency of Pakistan. I can go and contest in any constituency of Pakistan. But the thing is that still democracy is not that flourished in our country that majority goes and vote for a minority. So we have you can say that double privilege. I can contest on any general seat, and I have a reserve seat also. And same is the people. The people, they have their Muslim representative for whom they have voted, and at the same time they have a representative in my face in the parliament. So this is called dual vote system.
Okay.
So the government, to ensure the participation and representation of minorities, they have set this quota in the parliament. Although I think that I'm not in favor of quota, I feel that we should go to the most supreme house of the country, that is Parliament of Pakistan, through merit, through vote. But again, to give representation, to ensure our participation, we have to go through this quota system. It is actually a system, a proportionate system, and in many parts of the world it is practiced. Even here in your Denmark, you have the list. In Germany, half of their parliament is on the proportionate system. So we need to understand the system of election.
But isn't it unfair that other candidates have to run around and try to convince the voters and do a lot of campaigning, which you don't have to do?
Yes, I do. Who says I don't do?
But you are on the reserve seat.
Oh no, but I work for my party, because if my party will going to get seats and votes, then only I'll be able to come to the parliament.
Okay.
I work more than the candidates running for the election campaign, because he has to go and campaign for one constituency. I have to go and campaign in all the constituencies in my province or all over Pakistan, because if my people will give vote to my party, if they'll have more winnable seats, then only they can bring me to the parliament.
Okay.
So who says that I'm not working? Who says that the people on reserve seats are not working? My people are equally voting for the political parties, and political parties are not giving these seats to us just
as a gift.
As a gift. No, they have given me seat because my people have voted for them.
Okay.
Another thing I just want to say,
Please.
to clarify this concept in the minds of the people, it's not matter of election or selection. It's matter of your commitment and passion. That what passion you have, what commitment you have towards your people and towards your cause. There are many elected members, after getting elected, they never turn to their consequences. What about them?
They do the same also here. But can you go all over as a woman and campaign without being harassed or without being into danger?
Yes, I can go. I can go. Means there are some incidences unhappy, but they happen everywhere in the world. Pakistan is not the only place where such things are happening. People, means women do get a lot of respect there. We have a very vibrant and active women parliamentary caucus in the parliament. Dr.
In
Famida
Pakistan?
In Pakistan, Dr. Famida Mirza took this initiative, and it was based on my study. I have done a course in participation of women in planning and development from University College London. I discussed this idea with Dr. Famida Mirza, and I'm glad that she took the initiative because she was the first women speaker. And the women
for the National Assembly.
For the National Assembly. So all the women parliamentarians across party lines joined this caucus, and when all the women came together on one platform, you know what happened? Caucus became a success story, and we were able to pass 5 pieces of legislation regarding particularly for women.
And you're taken seriously?
Oh yes. No, I can tell you the bills. It's the domestic violence bill, harassment at workplace bill, because women, they most of the time they were harassed wherever they work. No, it is criminalized. Anyone who harasses a woman.
Legislation
yes, legislation has been done and it is implemented. Acid throwing bill, because a lot of incidents were taking place in Pakistan where acid was being thrown on the women. No, buying and selling of acid is a crime. It is criminalized. Then anti-women practices bill, that you know, in Pakistan we have a tribal system also.
Yes.
So there were so many anti-women practices like Vattasata, Vani, Savarna, like this. So no, these are criminalized. Honor killing is criminalized. And then inheritance bill.
That's very important.
Yes, that bill. It means these are the legislations we have already done. And recently, there is a women protection bill which the province of Punjab has passed. Also, my party has a lot of reservations. We have objected to the bill. I myself have objected to the bill. We are not against the title. We are not against the protection of women, but we have some reservations regarding the content of the bill. Because many of the articles in that bill are unrealistic and unpractical.
So the question is, Madam Nasir, that all those good things being done for women in Pakistan through legislation, campaigns, and yourself, you speaking up, why don't people in the West hear about those?
I think there is, I must say that there are a lot of negative exaggerations against Pakistan in the Western media, which needs to be cleared, and we need to hear more positive voices, because a lot of positive things are taking place in Pakistan, which needs to be propagated, which needs to be highlighted, that if 1 or 2 unhappy instances are taking place, but there are other hundreds of instances where things are going on the right track. Democracy is flourishing in Pakistan. Democracy is strengthening in Pakistan. Awareness is coming. Now the people of Pakistan are fully aware of their civil political rights. There's an emerging vibrant civil society in Pakistan. Media is very open, media is very vibrant, and the issue of corruption is being tackled at the highest level.
You became very famous in the Pakistan, especially once you stood up in the National Assembly and talked about the oppression of minorities, especially Christians and Hindus and others. And you look at the picture of the founder of Pakistan, Mr. Jinnah, and you said, "Where is your Pakistan?"
Yes, it's
Why
not
did you
only
do that?
You said it once you stood. It's not once. Often I stand up to voice my
That
people,
I saw on the
because
internet.
this is my mandate. I have obligation. This is why my people have sent me to the parliament to voice them. My purpose was at that time, it was a very unhappy incident took place. It was the assassination of our federal minister Matai Shabazz Bhatti at that time.
And he was Christian
yes,
too.
He was Christian too. I addressed the founding father of Pakistan, because he had promised to the minorities living in Pakistan that when Pakistan will be created, you will have equal rights and life of equality and equity in Pakistan. And Today the time has come when we need to remind the
Exactly.
government and state of Pakistan of those promises which were made to us.
He made those promises because he was secular. He was very open-minded and a very international-minded person. But the present situation we hear is very religious there. Not only religious, but extremism has taken over Pakistan. How come?
You see, we need to understand in the context that Pakistan is a country which is in war-like situation. Since last 10 to 15 years, we
You mean war
uh,
against terrorism?
war against terrorism means we have suffered a lot. We have lost the lives of more than 65,000 innocent people in this countering terrorism. We have lost billions and billions of infrastructure, and Pakistan has been thrown back 50 years back. So this extremist mindset which was created years back has become too challenging for us to change now. A narrative was constructed, and when that narrative was constructed, we were not alone. We had friends, we have alliances. Today when we are trying to change the narrative, we want our friends back. We want the international community to once again stand with us so that to eliminate this extremist and terrorist forces from our homeland, because peace has become inevitable, not only for Pakistan, not only for our region, but for the world.
Now I want to come back to your being a politician. A very large Pakistani Christian Post wrote once that people like yourself, they are voiceless and they have no power, and they are just sitting in the National Assembly as decoration. How true is that?
I think it's not true. It's just their grudges which are coming out, because I don't think that people sitting outside Pakistan can understand the situation which is going on in Pakistan. I think that it's you yourself said that you have heard some of my speeches. I am very vocal in the parliament, and it's why only they have criticized me. Why not there are 9 other minority men sitting in the parliament? Why they have not asked any of them that what they are doing in the parliament? So I always feel that maybe there are gender biases, and because of those gender biases, women are often put to more sheer criticism as compared to their counterparts.
So the Christian Post went after you because you're a woman?
Oh yes, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I'm more vocal. Maybe I'm not serving their purpose because I don't work on the dictation of any NGOs and under the influence of anyone. I only do. I only want to fulfill the will of my Lord Jesus Christ for the purpose for which He has placed me in the Parliament, and my mandate is to voice my people.
When you say your mandate is towards your people, you, of course, raise your voice against Christians. Do you also raise your voice against Hindus, Operation, or other minorities like Ahmadis or like Sikhs?
Yes, I always do that. I don't only voice for the Christians, I voice for all those, no matter to which religion they belong. They are Muslims, they are Shias, they are Ahmadis, they are Hindus, they are Sikhs, they are Parsis. So whose rights are violated, I voice for them. I stand up in the parliament because I believe that we need to give rights to all the citizens of Pakistan. They have equal rights, and their rights needs to be reserved, and wherever there are violations of human rights, I stand up and voice for them.
What about the kidnapping and forced conversion to Islam by some groups?
Yes, there are some extremist groups who believe that they can they are serving Islam by converting the minority women to Islam. I strongly condemn them, and I have voiced that, and I have several speeches in the parliament calling upon the government that government should take some initiatives to stop this thing, because this is really discouraging minorities and they are feeling threatened. And the government is really working on this. They are trying to bring in some legislation to stop these forced conversions.
Okay. There was also many attacks on churches where many Christians were killed. Who do you think is doing that?
Actually, they are the forces who are enemies of Pakistan, and they think that minorities living in Pakistan are very soft target. They are thinking that if they'll target the minorities, then they'll have tool to use against Pakistan, that Pakistan is becoming a country of fundamentals. It is not like that. If there have been attacks on the churches, but there have been more attacks on the mosques, there have been more attacks on the Imam Bargas. If the Christians
Shia temples.
Shia Imam Bargas, yes.
Yes.
Means no worship place. They have the terrorist forces. They are, I must say, that they are animals. They have not spared any religion. Their target is not any one religion. Their target is humanity and Pakistanis.
So they want to destabilize Pakistan?
They want to destabilize Pakistan, and they know that which factor suits where. I think that this is a moment, these are the moments when we Pakistani needs to stand united. We need to emerge as a nation, because as a fragmented nation we cannot progress. And one thing the government should also know very well, that unless and until it cannot progress economically, socially and democratically, unless and until it ensures freedom of religion for all.
When something horrible happens to, whether it is to Christian or Hindus or Shias, an attack or killing, then what is the reaction of the public? Because 95% are Muslim.
Yes, the public, they have always supported the minorities. There's a large majority of Muslims who supports minorities, who encourages minorities, and who wants to protect the minorities.
Okay.
And we have seen that very serious reaction comes from the public. When there was an attack on the Peshawar church, there were queues and queues of Muslim people to donate their blood. So means there's no difference in the color of the blood is same. So we get really support and sympathy from the majority. But those terrorist forces, those extremist forces, they are only few people, only few groups who wants to destabilize Pakistan. And this is what the Pakistani people have now they know, they have realized that there are forces who wants to destabilize Pakistan.
And is military or police doing anything to tackle with terrorism?
Yes, the armed forces, we really salute the army of Pakistan,
Okay.
because they have sacrificed a lot. Because if 60,000 civilians have lost their life, at the same time a large number of armed forces, they have sacrificed their lives in serving and defending their homeland. And a very important operation is going on in Pakistan, and we highly appreciate the statement of the army chief. He has said that he will not set back until and unless each and every single terrorist is eliminated from our homeland. And the army of Pakistan has been very successful, and the best thing is that the whole nation is supporting this. They are standing at the back of the army. And the police, the police is also doing a very positive role. There are some special trainings going of police and law enforcing agencies, that how to tackle the unhappy incidents and to protect the minorities. Earlier it happened that whenever there were any cases of blasphemy law, you know that
Yes.
most of the time people misuses. This law is misused. So we need to stop the misuse of this law. But now the police, they investigate a lot before writing any report or FIR. The police investigate a lot, and police try to provide full protection to the accusers, to the victims of the blasphemy law, and they try their best that the matters are resolved at the grassroots levels.
With these wonderful positive news, I want to say thank you very much from our studio that you took time to come here and talk to us. Dear viewers, you have heard Mrs. Nasir from Pakistan, how she has explained the real situation in the country and not what the mainstream media tries to tell to Danish people and to Europeans. So I hope that you have learned a lot about one of the biggest country in the Muslim world, that you have learned what Mrs. Nasir has told you. Until next week, take good care of yourself.